Hello and welcome.
Oh, I'm supposed to do the intro.
You're doing everything. No one wants to hear from you anymore.
From you?
Yeah, they're sick of me.
Hi everyone. I don't know what to say. I don't know what he usually says. I don't watch his videos.
You don't watch any of my videos ever.
Nope.
Carrie and Alyssa here from
Homestead How, the best.
Healing
Healing
Humanity.
Humanity, the second best.
Thank you for joining us. We're doing a live stream today, and we're going to give away a whole bunch of stuff, which will be fun. And Alyssa's going to share her story, and we're going to answer any carnivore questions you may have. If you have a kid, teenager, how old are you?
17.
She's 17. If you have a 17-year-old and you want them to do carnivore, you have any carnivore questions, you're getting blurry. This camera is so weird. Focus. Focus. You have to put your face closer. Seriously.
Oh, closer?
Well, we have to do that every 30
That's
seconds.
so weird.
So if you have any questions, please post them with the QQQ. And we're doing the thing. This has been a lot of fun. We're doing giveaways. So right now we're going to give away. Alyssa's going to share her story, answer any questions you have. We're going to give away a 1-month free membership to healinghumanity.life. Healinghumanity.life. We got Zoom calls. We have courses. You get a whole month for free. And in order to do that, the only thing you have to do is hashtag in the chat life. Hashtag life. Hashtag life. Hashtag life. Hashtag life with your question or comment. And then I'm going to use this little tool and it's randomly going to pick a winner. And you could win a free, all expenses paid, 1-month membership to healinghumanity.life. Before we get started, because there's a bunch of people jumping on here, everyone wants to talk to you. You should be doing all this. They're sick of talking. You talk about this right now. Look, I'm showing this on the screen. What's this, Alyssa? You don't have a clue, do you?
It's the meetup that he wanted me to go to, but I didn't go because Emma's not going.
This is the meetup in Arizona that I wanted Alyssa to go to, but she won't go because Emma's not going, and they're a little gang of triplets, and they won't go anywhere unless they go together. This is in Arizona, and there's a couple tickets left. It's really close to being sold out. healinghumanity.movie/events, and there's a link in the description below. All of those wonderful people are going to be there, except for Alyssa because she didn't want to go.
I'm not even in that.
Dr. Kiltz is going to be there. You're going to miss Dr. Kiltz. Bella's going to be there. Laura Spath is going to be there. You're going to miss all of them. We're also going to be in Chicago the following week, and so this is the 4th in Arizona, the 11th in Chicago, and then we're going to be in several other cities. So if you want to, are you going to be in my city? Just check back on healinghumanity.movie/events. And those are all the announcements I think I have. Does that sound right?
What about that picture of you and Mom?
I always show them the picture of me and Mom. They're sick of seeing this picture of me and Mom.
Why is your smile?
In that picture, I was 3 years younger than you are right now. That's kind of weird.
That's so weird.
And I had a full mustache. Isn't that crazy?
That's gross.
I had a mustache at 7. So
7?
Yes. Alyssa is 17 and you're carnivore. Some of the people heard your story here, but some of them haven't. So maybe briefly, let's talk about it. How long have you been carnivore? Over 100 days now. I'm going to shut up now and go ahead and talk.
I've been carnivore for 100 days, I think. I think more. Definitely a lot more. But
and you got to talk really loud so this microphone can hear you. Now I'll shut up. Really loud. Much louder than you think.
Every time you talk over me.
Sorry.
I've been carnivore for a super long time now. And I was keto beforehand. And I think that I lost most of my weight from carnivore. And I started because I wanted to lose weight. Because I saw my dad losing a lot of weight. Because he was fatty, big butter pants. Not going to lie. And I lost good weight, and then I just stayed on it because I don't see stopping, and I still want to lose more weight. So yeah, that's my story.
That was way too brief, but okay.
I mean, it's true. Everything I just said. I don't really have a good or long story.
Everyone, please. Papa Carnivore just did this. Post some questions for Alyssa. How do you feel, Alyssa, and how much weight have you lost?
My weight is still the same. I think you asked that last time I was on here.
No, how much weight have you lost since you started carnivore? Not since last week.
I said last time they asked this. I think around 39. It's still around the 30s. Sadly, I want to take it up more, but it's taking a while. I feel amazing though. I feel really good. My energy is a lot better. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Do you want me to talk now?
Yeah.
Come on, keep talking.
What am I supposed to say?
So let's not talk about your weight, says Polish Mike. How about your general health improvements? Off scale. How do you feel? What else? Anything different?
I mean, I feel a lot better in all. Like when I wasn't on carnivore, I was always tired and I would just want to stay in my room. I didn't want to do anything, and now it's just like I just feel so much better and I want to do things. I want to go out. I don't want to stay in my room. I used to not like working, I guess, because I didn't like going anywhere, but now I just like coming to the movie theater, just staying here because I'm not in my room. But before carnivore, I hated going out. I just wanted to stay all the time. I never wanted to go. I just wanted to stay in my room. And my sleep has gotten a lot better. I actually sleep a lot more. I was sleeping in this morning and he came in. He was like, "It's 5." And I was like, "It's not even close."
So real quick, we got a bunch of questions for Alyssa. If you want to win the 1 month free membership, hashtag life for those that are just jumping on a little bit later. Post a question, post a comment, use hashtag life, and we're randomly going to pick someone. We're giving a bunch of stuff away. We're going to give away some Healing Humanity shirts, the membership to the site. Allison is asking, Alyssa, what motivated you to do carnivore?
Definitely seeing my dad and all his changes. I saw how he was always on the couch and he didn't want to do anything, and now he's making YouTube videos every day. He feels so much better and he's outside. He's literally walking barefoot in the snow too. I don't know how he does that. But I mean, I just saw everything change in him and he looked so much happier and I wanted that.
That's all fine and great, but what about Emma? Didn't Emma convince you too?
It was mostly you at first, and then I saw how Emma switched from vegan to carnivore and just all the changes I saw in her was crazy, especially how she lost all the acne. Emma wasn't doing it for weight though, but she still lost weight.
Speaking of acne, as a teen, did you have problems with acne before or after carnivore? Did it affect you at all?
No, I'm kind of lucky. I never really had acne. But if I did, I feel like it would have helped. Like carnivore definitely would have helped. Because it makes sense. You're eating what you're supposed to. You're not supposed to have acne.
Should we show them your before picture?
It's a bad picture. Oh.
That was before you started carnivore?
That was like a year ago, I think. So kind of a longer time ago.
Not the best, most flattering picture.
Better, I hope.
How did you get started on carnivore? That's a good question. It's a big challenge for a lot of people to just go from eating a standard American diet to eating meat.
Yeah, so it was really, really, really hard to start. Like I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm fine how I am. And then I was like, why don't I just try? Like my dad said 30 days, so I did 30 days, and then it completely changed me, and I'm glad I didn't stop. I was like, I can maintain keto, but then on keto, I started eating like keto things that weren't actually keto. So I was just
like what?
Like the bread keto or like the tortilla keto. Those are not keto. They just make your stomach hurt worse.
And so what happened after 30 days on carnivore? Were you intending like day 31, I'm going to quit and go back, and then you changed at some point?
I mean, yeah, because that's how my older sister was when she did it. She did it for 30 days and then she completely stopped, and I was like, why don't I just do that? But then I saw how she did it, but then when she got off, she didn't seem like herself anymore. Like when she was on carnivore, she seemed more like herself, and she was happier, and she was like, she wasn't always in her room, and now that's like, I don't know, she went back to the standard American diet and she got used to eating sugar again.
She stopped carnivore and said she's going to do keto in moderation, and I was like, oh no, please don't. But she's 19, she can do whatever she wants. And what happened?
Isn't she 20?
I don't know. She's between 15 and 25.
15, yeah.
So she did that.
She did really good though. She's doing it now, and she lost a lot of weight.
Well, she did carnivore really well. Then she went back to moderation, and then she completely fell off. And now she's back on carnivore again. This is like a year later, if you think about it, because she started carnivore when I did.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this 650 days. Today's my 650th day.
So you're almost 2 years.
650 days. So she did it the first week. So she did it like 630 days ago. For 30 days.
Doesn't seem that long ago.
And then she stopped, and she went on and off, up and down keto, trying to moderate the sugar addiction, which we talked about in yesterday's video. But she's doing great now.
She looks really good too.
She's upstairs watching the counter for us.
She's just upset because she said that she can't lose weight and she's like stalling for a long time. And I was like, that's normal. You're gonna obviously stall. But she was really sad about it.
I had this conversation with Lily yesterday, and I think she's getting it. I don't think you get it.
The fat, I know.
You have to eat more fat. That's one thing. But the scale lies to you. So Lily weighs herself, but she's not using our smart scale. We have a new smart scale. For those that are watching, maybe this will help you because we talked about this before with Bob. He has a smart scale. We have a smart scale. Do you know we have a smart scale?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Do you use it on your phone?
Can I show it? It shows like my weight going down.
Sure.
I can. Okay, good.
So the smart scale, though, will tell you bone, muscle, and fat. And what happens if you just use a regular scale, like Lily's just using the regular scale, she's not using the smart scale. Sometimes it'll show a big fat 0, and then what happens? Lily gets frustrated.
I don't want to show my weight.
Do you listen? Focus for a second.
Okay,
do you understand that when the scale shows 0 for Lily, she's probably having progress, but she could be gaining muscle and losing fat, and it shows 0. That's still progress. She could be gaining bone density, gaining muscle, losing fat, and it shows 0. The smart scale will tell you the truth.
We said that she should measure like her arms and her thighs and her stomach, and she said she didn't want to. But I was like,
everyone says to do that, nobody ever does it.
Yeah.
What is your biggest change? From Brittany. Question from Brittany. What is your biggest change?
Could that include my weight?
Sure.
That's the biggest change for me right now is the weight loss.
I think the other biggest change is you're doing a lot more. Like you guys go to the gym a crazy amount. What about the gym? Did you ever do that before?
I mean, me and Emma did the gym, but like it was really bad. Like we couldn't do as much as we could before.
You can't now, or what?
That was before when me and Emma weren't carnivore a long time ago. We went to the gym, but we weren't doing good.
Yeah, you went to the gym like once or twice. You guys go like every single day of the week now. It seems like you go Monday through Friday, don't you? Talk about the gym real quick. What are you doing in the gym? What's going differently? How often do you go, and why do you go so much? And you're like the boss of it? She's the boss of everyone at the gym. Like Emma's like, I can't go to the gym without Alyssa. She's got to tell me what to work my legs today or whatever. It's like a huge regimen. You're the coach or something?
Yeah. Okay. So, me and Emma usually go to the gym. Katie goes too. Sometimes he goes, but it's because he's always busy, so he doesn't always go. But we go to the gym every day, and we have our schedule. And I search most of my like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to work out? And I learned that when I was at the gym like a year ago when I wasn't carnivore, But Emma doesn't like going without me because she doesn't really know how to do everything. She gets confused.
So if she went by herself, she'd just sit there like this.
She knows what to do, but she doesn't know like the correct form, and she just gets confused. And I get that because I didn't know the correct form either. But then you just search it on videos and you see it.
So you go and you tell Katie what to do, and you tell Emma what to do, and you're the kind of the leader, the boss. You guys go Monday through Friday, and you take off the weekends.
Katie does it herself though. Katie's doing really good. Katie lost a lot of weight, and she looks so good. I'm so proud of her. Oh. Can I shout out something?
Go.
Okay. Me and Emma, very soon, we're going to be doing on Emma's, I think some people know about Emma's YouTube channel, and me and Emma are going to work together, and we're going to make some cooking videos. And I just wanted to say that you guys should be expecting cooking videos pretty soon.
On Emma's channel or your own channel?
On Emma's channel. Yeah.
She's ripping you off.
No, because we're going to do 50-50 anyway.
Carnivore cooking.
Yes.
They have been doing a lot. So let's talk about that real quickly. What inspired you guys to do carnivore cooking, and what's been your favorite recipe that you've been doing? I'm so plain and boring. I just like the same thing over and over again. Bacon, eggs, and steak, but you've been cooking all sorts of stuff from what cookbook?
I don't remember.
Courtney Luna?
Yeah.
We have Courtney Luna's cookbook. Shout out Courtney Luna's cookbook. She sent us the cookbook. You've been cooking stuff out of there. Talk about it a little bit. What are you cooking?
Okay, so first, me and Emma just want to test it out. So we have beef tallow, and we would put it on the fryer. No, not the fryer. What's it called? On the stove and in a pan, and then we let it like heat up, so it's kind of like oil. And we cut up chicken, and we put it in eggs, and then and then what is it called?
Pork rind crust?
Yeah, pork rinds.
Crumbs.
Yeah, and then we fry them for like 2 minutes on each side, and it's just chicken nuggets, and they were so good. And then we did that with cheese curds too.
Was the chicken nuggets in the cookbook, or did you guys just make that up?
It was in the cookbook, yeah. I don't think she had cheese curds. She had mozzarella sticks, but it's the same concept.
You guys fans of cheese curds? We live in Wisconsin here, and we're famous for cheese in Wisconsin. And everywhere you go, like restaurants, whatever, they always have deep fried cheese curds, which obviously are not carnivore friendly. So you made them. Did they taste good?
They were delicious.
Do you have
They
any
tasted
pictures?
the exact same. I think we might have one that I sent to you.
So you're gonna do a bunch of videos with Emma, carnivore cooking. What are some other things you've cooked? Did you do any other weird stuff?
That's the only thing we cooked right now.
What do you have plans on cooking?
We want to do. There's this casserole that it's exactly like you do chicken and then sour cream. It's not really carnivore like how my dad would do carnivore, but it's definitely carnivore. And we would do like. Well, that's like the ideas that we have right now. Okay, I found a video.
Okay, can I give you an idea?
Can I put it up to the camera?
Yeah. So this was Alyssa's carnivore cheese curds.
It's gonna take a second. That was me and Emma's.
Can we do it one more time?
Yeah. It's literally just cheese curds. You can see the book in the background too.
There's Courtney's cookbook in the background. I don't think she has cheese curds in there though, so you guys will have to do your own cookbook.
Yeah, she had mozzarella sticks, but
Can I give you?
They tasted the exact same. Like they tasted like Culver's, and that's like famous here. Like the Culver's cheese curds, so good. They tasted the exact same. Wait, you should move out so I can get back to blurry.
You gotta go in first.
It's like
I'm
not
just gonna
working.
sit over here and sleep. Can I give you a suggestion?
Yes.
If you're gonna do a carnivore cooking channel, do some legitimate. So many people do these carnivore cooking channels where they're cooking food that's American food, like mashed potatoes
Cheese curds,
or
yeah.
pizza. Cheese curds are not that bad because that was legit. Do some regular stuff, like for example, Mimi's beef shanks. That was incredible.
Oh yeah, like actual.
Yeah, different cuts of meat that people haven't explored. Mimi did cube steak with crumbs, the pork rind crumbs. I think she did an egg wash and she kind of deep fried it in tallow. That was incredible. Do some different cuts of meat. That's my advice.
We definitely.
You guys do whatever you want.
We'll do everything. We want to make a book too.
There's some channels that's all they do is the weird. I'm making carnivore pancakes, and then people are like, "How the heck do you make a pancake carnivore?" And then they click on it to watch it, but it's like some elaborate recipe that takes 3 years to do, and it's
just confusing, and it probably doesn't like people want to taste a pancake. They don't want to taste like sour cream or something.
Yeah, I was talking about that I think with Lynn Tucker the other day. Some of that is just worry because then people are like, it's almost like you're an alcoholic and you quit alcohol and then you're drinking fake beer.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to moderate that.
But then there's some people that do it that say they do it to get them over the hump. Like, I just really needed that, and then they get it out of their system.
But sometimes you even told me that sometimes you have a craving and then you wait 20 minutes and you don't even want it anymore. The other day I really wanted pancakes. I don't know why. Pancakes and like move it like back. Is it not working?
Our camera is horrible.
Yeah, so
it doesn't like focusing on two people. You have to get closer.
Oh, there we go. What was I saying? Oh, I had really bad craving for waffles, and then like 20 minutes later, I didn't even. They just kind of disgusted me.
What's been your favorite go-to meal on carnivore?
Like recently, I've been making a lot of chicken. Anything chicken. It's like I know it's bad because I need fat, but it's just so good. Then I've been having a lot of Culver's. A lot of Culver's. It's so good. I would have just a beef and then cheese. What's that called? Cheese burger.
Butterburger.
I couldn't think of that. Cheeseburger.
Butterburger. I don't know if you guys have Culver's near you, but that's our go-to here. That's Jen's favorite.
It's really good.
Daughters always tell it like it is. Alyssa, how bad are your dad's dad jokes?
They're not bad. They're actually really funny.
Have I said any funny ones lately?
I think you've said one upstairs like not that long ago.
Mine are usually
he's doing a fast. Can I say that?
Sure. Tell them about my fast.
He's doing a fast, and then we came into the movie theater, and he just laid on the ground. He's like, I can't do anything, and it's been like 10 hours. Wait, what else did you do? It was so funny.
I'm doing, by the way, I'm doing a dry fast, which I've never done before. No water, no food. And so right now, so I'm being a complete drama queen about it. The truth is, I feel just fine. I'm at dry fast. 17 hours and 46 minutes, almost 18 hours. I haven't had any water and I haven't had any food. And is my book here? No, I think my book is at home. The Phoenix Protocol, I think it's called. You got to move forward more and then it'll focus on you.
Get your chairs on the way.
Yeah. So anyhow, I have been playing it up like a drama queen. I got to the movie theater and I laid down on the ground. I'm like, I can't do anything. You guys
And then
got to do everything. I'm so tired. I can't. But actually, I feel fine.
Yeah, and then he sat in the chair and he was like, I'm done. And then when we were talking about what we're gonna do for the live stream, he was like, I'm gonna sit there like this the whole time because I'm so tired.
That's what people would like if I just sat here and shut up and you talk the whole time. But then I see people are gonna yell at me and they're like, I'll get comments on this video and they'd be like, "You monster! You didn't let her talk." And okay, here we go.
Yeah, he lets us talk. It's just we get like we don't know what to say, so then he just talks for us, and then we talk after what he just said. Okay, come on, it's kind of awkward.
Nope, I'm gonna keep it.
We were talking about doing this, and then when we were talking about someone did that on an airplane, they just sat there for like 18 hours. I think that was kind of sad.
I'm gonna get comments how I kept interrupting Alyssa and I'm such a horrible person, but they don't understand that she's nervous sometimes and doesn't have stuff to say, so I got to ask more questions or prompt things. But you're doing great. This is fun, right?
It is, yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
Well, she asked, how can I get my 16-year-old son to eat more like the keto carnivore way? I can't get him to be interested. That's a great question. Think of a thoughtful answer for Welshie. A lot of people watching this that got teenagers and they want them to eat a proper human diet.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I know you know what to say. I don't know what to say.
What would you do?
I would do what I did. Like,
imagine you were 50 years old and you had a 16-year-old kid. And
I would just be like, if I was doing carnivore and I was 50 or whatever, I would just be like, look at the changes that's happened to me. Don't you want that to happen to you? Or just try it for a couple days and see if you like it. If you don't like it, then just go back, because they're gonna like it.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody who hasn't liked it.
I would also maybe find some videos of someone they can relate to. So there's a couple Emma's got a YouTube channel. She's 17 and she's been doing carnivore for a while and she's thriving. If you send your son videos that will resonate with him, it'd be fun if you could find another 16-year-old, 17-year-old boy that's doing carnivore that he might be able to relate to more. That might help him. My advice would be too, is just tell him the truth and just say, look at this. I've done that with you guys a couple times now, where we've had like a family get together or something. And I'm not being judgmental or rude, but I'm just like, look around. Do you see how unhealthy everyone is? That was us. That will be us if we could. That's the foods they're eating is what's causing this. So, sorry, I just got a text I got to read real quick. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Tell your son the truth. That's what I would say. Tell your son the truth. It's easy to just be like, oh, Alyssa, just trust me. I'm your father. Just do this. You would never listen to me, or you'd fall off, or you would fail.
That's what you tried doing at first too. And we were just like, what the heck?
Yeah, and then it didn't work. But telling you the truth, I think, is the better option. I got to turn this heater off because it's really loud. All right, let's see. Chris Stearns, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Chris. Dad joke for you, Carrie. If a cop pulls over a U-Haul truck, does that mean he's went and bust a move? That's a good dad joke. Thank you. I'm going to use that one. Patricia Chester is a new member. Thank you, Patricia. So we're going to do a drawing here shortly as we're completely out of focus now. What the heck?
Might move back.
It just wants you on here.
What the heck? That's so weird. I don't know why it's not working. How bad is this camera?
Don't move. What's your eating plan, Alyssa? OMAD snacks? Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit like
People
this
are
the whole
gonna
time.
be jump scared when they join.
Alyssa, what's your eating plan? OMAD, 1 meal a day? Do you do snacks? How often do you eat? What do you eat?
I only eat really when I'm hungry, but it's usually later in the day, probably like 5 or 4. But I never really eat in the morning because I'm not hungry then. I never really try to do OMAD or anything though, because I don't know.
Nancy said, hey, good to see you. What do you eat in a day?
The last couple days I've been eating a lot of chicken, which I know is not good at all. But I think I ate a steak the other day and it was delicious. It was so good. I made it too. It was a ribeye.
What has been the best benefit so far for you on Carnivore? That's my buddy Carnivore for Life, Alex. Great YouTube channel. Go check out Carnivore for Life and subscribe.
Probably the energy that I've been having. I actually wanted to do things and not just stay in my room all day. I enjoy doing things now.
What do your friends think about carnivore? We're getting a lot of good questions here.
I mean, they don't really care about it. Like, they're just like, you can do it if you want. Like, they just don't see the point.
Black Sheep said, it's good to see your kids doing better. Solid J Ken, how much bacon do you all go through? I just ate a 4-pack of Costco hickory smoked bacon in less than a week. Oh, those are rookie numbers, Ken. Those are rookie numbers. How much bacon do we go through?
I don't really typically eat why was I gonna say popcorn? Because we're at the movie theater. I don't typically eat bacon. I just don't. I don't know.
We probably go through a pack a day.
I would
Sometimes
probably say
2.
more, yeah.
Sometimes 2. But it's weird because I'll cook it up sometimes. I'll be like, I just brushed my teeth. I'm not eating right now. Or it'll always be that they're hungry like 45 minutes later. It's pretty annoying, actually. And then I'll end up eating all of the bacon. But probably a pack to 2 packs. Sometimes after the movie, like tonight, we'd go back and throw another pack of bacon in. Brittany says, do you feel like depression runs in your family? I have awful depression from food intolerances. It is so difficult to explain to people. Now it's painful if I have a food trigger. Brittany, I don't feel like depression runs in the family the way you may be suggesting, like genetically. I feel that it runs in families because families tend to eat the same way. I'll give you a good example. I have a cousin that has type 2 diabetes. My cousin's mom, who's my aunt, also has type 2 diabetes. I don't believe my cousin has type 2 diabetes because it runs in the family or it's genetics. I believe my cousin has type 2 diabetes because he eats crap, carbs, overload. And I believe his mom had it because she did the same thing. And the son does the same thing as the mom, and it's generational. And I think depression is the same way. I think depression is almost entirely from the foods we're eating. They mess up our gut bacteria, gut biome. We get depression. It messes up our mitochondria. You get brain fog. You fix that, and the depression goes away. So I feel like maybe it runs in a family when all the family's eating the same way and they're all eating the standard American diet, then yes. Gayla said, do you cook? Some of these questions, see, I'm so far behind. Do you cook and what do you like? You cook and you like chicken. Do you ever cook eggs, Alyssa?
Sometimes. Oh, the other day I actually made sausage and eggs, and it was really good. It was really, really good.
We got a new member, Patricia Chesser. Thank you for that. Beautiful family. Oh, thank you so much. Hooligan fish. My son had acne before carnivore. He's practically completely clear now. That was the story for Emma too, right? Emma really notices because she's been carnivore now for 600 days. But she fell off once or twice, like on her birthday. Not fell off. She was still carnivore, but she had a little. But like her acne came back right away when she did that. She had birthday cake that one time.
I think that her acne was so bad too because she was vegan before and she didn't have the proper nutrients.
Tina said, your skin is so much healthier.
Thank you.
And we're in a dark dungeon right now, too. Yeah. There we go. There's a little bit better light. Jolie, I love your channel. It's one of my favorite carnivore channels. Well, thank you. Did you tell any of your teachers? And if so, how did they react?
No, because I do online, so I didn't just tell my teacher.
Her situation's a little different. She's not going into a classroom. Papa Carnivore said, Brittany, I had terrible depression, anxiety, fatigue, and it's completely gone. Through carnivore, I'm off all meds. I'm so happy to hear that, Papa Carnivore. It's the same thing for me as well. Do you think a person's blood type is a factor in success on the carnivore diet at all? I don't think it's a factor at all. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert. I don't know. I get this question all the time. I've heard Dr. Chafee talk about it. I don't think it makes any bit of difference. I think it's a weird thing, too, that people are like, well, I'm this type of blood type, so therefore X, Y, or Z. It's like we're all humans. Eating a proper human diet, I think, is appropriate for all humans, despite if our blood types are different. I've also had many people ask me what my blood type is, assuming that they knew the answer to it based on how I'm doing on carnivore, and it's usually been wrong. Question, Alyssa, did you have any cravings?
I think we already talked about that.
Sugar cravings? Anything?
I just said it was pancakes and waffles.
Brittany says, what do you think about animal-based versus carnivore? I got mold poisoning and people started doubting me. Oh, I could go on a rant about this one. Do you know what the difference is between animal-based and carnivore?
No.
Animal-based is like Paul
Oh,
Saladino, where they have meat, but they also have some fruit or honey.
I think that's fine.
What are your thoughts? You
I
think
think
that's
that's
fine?
fine, yeah.
You'd be okay with fruit and honey?
I would be fine. I don't know. I think I would.
You would eat some fruit and honey and you'd be jonesing for more sugar.
Not honey, and no, I wouldn't.
It's all sugar.
I wouldn't want more. I wouldn't. I don't think so.
So why aren't you eating fruit and honey right now? I never told
Because
you.
I want to
what to
lose
do.
weight.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does. If I ate fruit every day, I would gain weight.
I think the animal-based thing, I don't like it personally. But again, I got to be careful because people get so mad at me and they're like, Carrie's so judgmental. I'm only speaking for myself. I was 100 pounds heavier at my worst. I was addicted to sugar. And when I say sugar, I say if I eat a handful of strawberries, they convert to glucose in my bloodstream and I'm jonesing for sugar an hour later and I have cravings for more sugar. These people that advocate for animal-based, I'm going to do a whole rant video on this, so I should just chill. The people that advocate for animal-based, in my experience, are usually skinny people that have never had a food addiction, that have never been overweight. Paul Saladino, for example, is in the sun surfing all of the time. And so he goes on there and says, you can have fruit, you can have honey. And there's people like myself or like Bill Knott, or people that were overweight and that were really addicted and were really struggling. And they think, well, I'm going to do the Paul Saladino version of carnivore. And they get a little bit of that fruit and they get a little bit of that honey and they're jonesing for more sugar. And then they're in this constant cycle of carnivore so
Yeah,
hard.
but
I always have these sugar cravings. I always have these cravings and then they end up failing.
that's not also the same for everybody. Everybody takes everything differently. Like for some people, it's going to be easier to go on carnivore. Some people, it's not. It depends on what you ate your entire life. Especially if you want to eat fruit, it depends on how you were like growing up.
Yes, but my argument is 70% of people are overweight and 9 out of 10 people have poor metabolic health. They're walking around inflamed because they're not eating the proper foods. So the majority of people, in my opinion, are hooked and they're addicted. And so when you have like one skinny person saying animal-based is fine and they've never been through an addiction before and they're advocating that for the masses, I think it's a dangerous message that leads a lot of people to failing at carnivore and then be like, well, carnivore didn't work for me because I did this animal-based thing. I could just tell you this for myself. If I did animal-based and I had honey and I had fruit, I would fail. I've tried it. I've done keto where I'm like, I'm going to just do clean keto with a couple of berries, which is basically animal-based, and I'm jonesing for more sugar. And those cravings are incessant and nonstop. So that's my thought on that. Chris Stern said, I remember when Emma ate her first egg. Were you there that day filming or was that Katie?
Yeah, me and Katie were both there and we were like, Emma, it's okay, you can do it. And she was just so nervous because she thought she was doing it. She thought she was doing something bad by eating the egg.
She cried. Were you surprised with Emma, like how quickly she did the egg and then she did bacon? It was like, it seemed like it was like 4 days later. She was just literally eating like a
I think she
caveman.
was like starving for the meat.
But she was eating fat off of a ribeye, like it's great. It's awesome that she's doing that. I was surprised she did that quickly.
Oh, didn't you take her out like a couple days after?
Yeah.
And she ate the entire plate. She's like, I didn't want to leave any pieces.
Well, I think part of it is because that was why we called her the compassionate carnivore, because she didn't want anything to go to waste, which is wonderful.
And any food she gets, she makes sure it's that they were humanely raised and that, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, Aaron next to us.
Yes. So she's the compassionate carnivore, which is awesome. I just was surprised that someone that was vegan and so hesitant to eat meat would jump in that fast, but I'm really happy she did.
Yeah.
Do you miss fruit?
Kind of. I mean, I miss a lot of food, but like I can just easily come over the craving by eating a steak or anything.
So you are doing school at home. Is it easier for you since you're on carnivore? Do you have more clarity? Oh, this is going to be an interesting one.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a lot easier, but since I'm doing online in general, it's a lot easier. Like, if I went to school right now, I think it would have been a lot easier than when I went before and didn't do carnivore. But now that I'm doing online, It's just the fact that I'm doing online. It's easier.
All right. Should we got a whole bunch of questions. You ready for some more questions? But first, I'm going to do a drawing now in 40 seconds, 40. And it's for a free membership to healinghumanity.life. And you just have to use hashtag life. So if anyone missed that, because a whole bunch of people jumped on since I announced that, put a question in the chat with hashtag life, and I'm going to draw in 40 seconds. And while we do that for 40 seconds, here's a word from our sponsor. Quick interruption. Did you know we have an incredible membership site for you called healinghumanity.life? We have a special offer going on right now. Learn more at the link in the description. We have courses. We have expert Q&As with the good doctors. We even have a Healing Humanity Heroes Zoom call once a week, highlighting real heroes that will inspire you on a path to healing. The community is wonderful. We're going to be implementing a buddy system so you can be held accountable, recipes, all sorts of great stuff to help you on a path to healing. Learn more at the link in the description below. All right, so we're going to do the drawing. Alyssa's going to do it right now. Are you ready?
Oh, I get to do
You get to push the button. I got to present, share screen. Here we go. Push the button right there.
Okay, good luck, guys.
The winner is Jessie Bianski. You have won. Announce it. What did she win?
A salt shaker? Is that right?
No.
Oh. I think it's because you said that before. I got confused. What did she win? I'm confused too.
You won a 1-month membership to healinghumanity.life, and you can claim that by visiting. I'll give you the link here in a second. I'm going to put it in the chat. Hopefully. It is healinghumanity.movie/giveaway. healinghumanity.movie/giveaway. I'm going to post that in the chat right now. Jesse, you just go fill out that form and we will get you a 1-month membership to Healing Humanity website. All right, we're going to do one more. What's the next one we should do? Salt shaker.
Yes, that's what I thought we were doing.
Redmond salt shaker, $20 value. Hashtag salt. Leave a question for Alyssa with hashtag salt, as you see there on the bottom of the screen, and we're going to pick one of those, and we're going to do a drawing, and we're going to give away portable salt shaker. Come in handy, especially if you're doing any traveling. All right, let's see what other questions we have here.
Let's have them in the car. You should scroll all the way down.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
You got to turbo some of these questions now. Ready?
Dang, everyone's commenting.
Alyssa, what are your thoughts about traveling to Alaska in
May.
maybe in May?
I'm really excited. I really want to see Bill and Daisy, and I don't know, just being out of the house too just sounds so much fun.
Do you remember Alaska? You were there a long, long time ago.
Weren't we on a cruise?
Yes, when we were really little.
No, I don't remember it really. I just remember like the ice thing fell when we were
glacier.
in the kids club. Yeah.
Carrie, do you think that restaurants and fast food chains are aware of the carnivore community? Yes, I think some of them are becoming aware. I wish some of them would do more. Like, it'd be cool if you could just go on and be like, give me the carnivore special. And they knew that that meant cook it in butter with no seed oils. So, yes, I do think they're aware. And I hope that they create a carnivore restaurant that you could go to and it has a variety of different waters and like 7 different types of bacon. Nothing tastes as good as feeling good feels.
That's true.
Oh my goodness. I got to turn this off. This is driving me nuts here. Adam, stop texting. My thing is just going ding, 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 ding. It's like I want a slot machine or something.
Up. Oh, you good? So up.
All right, there we go. So for those that just joined, if you do hashtag salt, we are giving away a salt shaker. All right, some more questions here. What are you excited for 2025?
To see like everybody's improvements. To see the Carnivore movie be finished. That's what I'm most excited about. Is it actually going to be done then, or are you waiting for 2026?
That's the question we keep getting.
Okay, what's the answer?
Oh my goodness, you never watch my channel. I literally say this.
I never watch it.
Everyone here could answer it for you. The Healing Humanity documentary is going to be. We filmed 42 individuals. We have 4 or 5 more to go. One of them hasn't hit a year yet, and she hits a year in April, May.
Who is it?
Mimi.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be filming her a year later. That's why it's taking so long. And then we're going to be wrapping things up. And optimistically, middle next year, the main documentary is going to be done. We already have a ton of stuff filmed for the series already, so we can start cranking out some of those episodes. We have the footage now to do a couple of those episodes and get them done. Now it's just a matter of color grading and editing and all of that stuff. And then we're going to play it here at the world famous Montello Theater. Hawkforce said, fruit is worse for you. Fructose is poisonous. Yeah. And the thing with fruit that's so crazy nowadays, did you know this? Throughout history, you would have eaten fruit, like where we live in Wisconsin, you would have eaten fruit 2 weeks in the middle of summer when we had some berries. That would have been it. And we've been eating meat the rest of the time. That would have been it. And nowadays, everyone is eating fruit like 17 times a day. Oh, it's so good for you. You got to have an apple for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between. It's actually really bad for you. Your liver can't handle that much. It's just complete overload eating unseasonable fruit out of season every single day over and over again as your sugars are just going all over the place. All right, I'm going to answer some more questions now.
Someone asked where Emma is.
Where is Emma? Where is Emma, Alyssa?
Sadly not here. What is she even doing?
I think she went to a hair appointment with mom or something.
Katie went too. So.
Oh, here we go. Thomas Pruitt, Target Prime Rib. Question. You're a cook. You're going to do a cooking channel, and you're going to answer this. I'm not talking. Just got a pressure cooker. Any ideas you can give either one of you?
Didn't you make, at Easter, you made one of those delicious foods in the pressure cooker?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you answer it.
In the pressure cooker, we use the slow cooker or the pressure cooker. The pressure cooker is a lot quicker. Beef stew meat. I've talked about this before on the channel. I've done it in the pressure cooker. I've done it in the slow cooker. Just chunks of meat, Malden sea salt sprinkled on the top, and a little stick of butter at the end. It's one of the best things in the world. It's so simple. It's so basic. You don't need all these spices and seasoning. That is one of my favorites. Some of the other things that I'm going to try that I haven't yet is beef shanks. Speaking of Mimi made us beef shanks. They were incredible. She did them in a Dutch oven, low and slow on the oven for hours, and that's the best carnivore meal ever. I have some beef shanks from my friends at Independence Arc Farms. Marcos, shout out, sent me some, and I'm going to try some of those in the pressure cooker. So any big cut of meat that you put in a slow cooker is going to be excellent in the pressure cooker also. This might sound bizarre, but can someone give me the definition of depression? That's a tough thing to define. You have to, it's almost like the Matrix. You have to experience it to understand it. It is utter hopelessness. It is hell on earth. It is looking at everything through a negative lens, no matter how good your life is. Everything is horrible and everything is hopeless. And it's not the dramatic hopeless that some people use. It is the literal hopeless. You have no hope. That's the best I can do. Do you have a definition of depression, Alyssa?
Basically what you just said.
Okay, Alyssa, you have to talk more. Nancy C., do you all sit down together to eat dinner?
No. Never.
We used to.
We used to all the time, yeah.
We used to. And then it got fractured. Like when I started Carnivore, I was outside cooking. Jen was doing vegetarian. Emma was doing vegan. You were doing standard American diet. Katie was doing kind of like her own thing. Lily would be like, I'm not eating now. Yeah, we don't. We did for Christmas Eve. And we sat down in the same room. The other problem is
we all eat at different times.
we had a dedicated dining room with a table like normal families do, and then Mom took it over and she has her craft room in there, so it's Jen's fault. Do you all feel any different being carnivore and not ingesting all of those food additives and chemicals?
Yeah,
100%.
definitely.
I think that's a huge, huge part of it. A lot of people say, you would have done just the same if you just got rid of all the junk. That is a huge part of it, of course, is getting rid of all the additives and chemicals and junk. But the other big part of it is getting fatty meat. Our bodies, our brains, our hormones, they thrive on fat. They have since the start of time. And fatty meat has been demonized for decades, and we're eating less and less of it. And as we are, we're seeing people with more and more depression and fertility issues and sleep issues and immune issues and all these downstream effects. 8 packs a week of bacon. There you go. Nice.
You should do a giveaway. People are waiting.
Got a little bit more time, Alyssa. Easy.
I want to give it away.
Question from Papa Carnivore. Alyssa, do you think you will stay on carnivore forever, or will you go back to your old way of eating?
I think I'm going to stay on it forever.
Thinking isn't knowing.
I'm almost 100%. Well, did you think you were going to when you did it for 30 days?
No, but you're at 100 days now. By 100, I think I was convinced.
Yeah, I think I'm convinced to stay on it.
Do you know what'll happen if you quit?
I'll just be lazy again, and I wouldn't want to do anything.
Getting the weight back, depression, mood issues. Daughter of the King said, why is chicken not good?
It's not bad for you, but it's just like you should eat ribeye instead because it has a lot more fat on it.
That's a good answer. You can get chicken thighs and fattier pieces of chicken as well. But the problem with chicken as well, do you know what the problem is?
It's not ruminant or whatever you said.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It doesn't have many stomachs it goes through.
And why is that? Why is that important?
Because you want your meat to be clean.
You've been watching my channel. Wow, you nailed that one. I didn't know she knew that one. I don't know if you heard her because you got to talk louder.
Oh, sorry.
The problem with chicken sometimes is chicken is fed grain that might have glyphosate or toxins on it, and chicken is monogastric. Mono meaning one, gastric meaning stomach. A chicken has one stomach. You have one stomach. I have one stomach. But a cow has a multi-chambered stomach. This is what Alyssa just said. I'm just repeating it now.
I didn't say it
so
loud.
I can act like I'm smart. It's the only thing I know. Yeah. So if a cow eats grass and there's glyphosate or chemicals on the grass, most of it is going to be gone by the time it gets into the meat because the cow has a multi-chamber stomach. It's a ruminant animal. It goes through a whole process to process that roughage. Which is also interesting because a cow needs a huge digestive system with 4 stomachs to process green grass, but we're supposed to just do it with our regular stomach. And meanwhile, everyone that's doing it with their regular stomach is getting gas and getting IBS and getting stomach issues and having all of these problems.
So what you're saying is we should have like 12 stomachs?
We should either have 12 stomachs if we're going to be eating spinach, but since we only have one stomach, we should allow the cow to eat the grass and the roughage, and then we should eat the cow. The cow gets the nutrients from the grass, we get the nutrients from the cow. Exactly. So in other words, chicken is not necessarily bad, but a lot of carnivores do better on ruminant animals. It depends on what you're doing carnivore for. Some people are doing it for serious autoimmune disorders, skin issues, depression, anxiety, serious things. So some of that could be coming from the toxins in the meat that you're eating. The other problem with chicken, when you keep going on with chicken,
I'm still gonna eat chicken.
Do you know that
I like it.
Chicken, in its natural state, the chicken's like this big.
Yeah.
Now you get a chicken, it's like this big. And it's because they stuff it full of grains, which are not its intended diet. It's unhealthy for the chicken. And because the chicken would die, they then pump it full of antibiotics so it doesn't die. So in the end, you have a chicken that grows quicker and it's much larger, but it's not natural. And it's pumped full of grains, which isn't its natural diet. Those grains have toxins in it, and then you're getting the toxins from the meat.
So just get a good chicken, basically.
So if you raise your own chicken and you let it eat what it's supposed to eat and not force feed it grain, and you let it grow and mature over like it's supposed to naturally, and then you eat it, then you're a little bit closer. The problem is, like, we just can't have anything nice anymore, right? And I don't want to scare people off of chicken. I would still say chicken's 1,000 times better than the standard American diet.
I'm still gonna eat it. I love chicken.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just meat is slightly better, and it depends on what your reason is. If you're doing carnivore for a really strict, serious condition, I would say do carnivore for 30 days. And I would say don't do chicken. And then after 30 days, maybe test chicken and see if your autoimmune disorder comes back or your skin issue comes back. What is OMAD, Alyssa?
1 meal a day.
Boom.
It's pretty easy, yeah.
All right, we're quizzing Alyssa now. Will you ever do an event in Nevada? Yes, I think we will. Shout out, because I've got a couple friends there. Bill and I have a friend there, and Bella's in Nevada now. And I had someone else ask me on the live stream the other day. So yes, we definitely should. How long did you start carnivore after your parents did?
560 days.
Is that about right?
I mean,
Probably.
didn't you say that?
I'm on day 650 now. Yeah, so you've been doing it 100 days, so you started around day 550. So she had to watch me do carnivore for 550 days.
And make sure everything was up to what he said.
Before she started. Does it seem like it's been 100 days, Alyssa?
Well, for me, no. It doesn't really feel like a diet. It's just something I do. But for you, it doesn't seem like it's been as long as you. I still remember when you ate donuts that long time ago.
Huh?
When you ate donuts, I think it was like.
Don't do that.
Oh, sorry. I kicked something. I think I think it was a couple days before I started carnivore. We just got like, I think it was like 60 donuts from Dunkin' Donuts, and they were like the little ones, and we ate them all. I still think about that sometimes, but yeah.
And how horrible we felt afterwards.
Yeah.
Binging. I always feel bad, Alyssa, because I used to do that all the time. I get people on here. I got a lot of people lately, and they're like, "I'm doing carnivore. I'm so excited. I'm so heavy, and I'm depressed, and I have all these issues. I'm doing carnivore. I'm starting January 1st."
I did that too.
Do you know why they're doing it, right?
Because they want to binge as much as they can.
It's sad. Like, I've done it too, so I feel bad. I've done the exact same thing. I'm not judging, but I feel bad, because then what you end up doing is you go to Dunkin' Donuts and eat 60 donuts. You feel like garbage. And what sort of stress and toll are you putting on your body?
Yeah, and then the next day you're like, I'm going to do carnivore or whatever. Then you're like, nah, I'm just going to eat this one more time. But then it changes to a lot worse, and you're going to be eating crap food, and it's going to hurt your stomach. And then you're just going to be like, I really wish I just did carnivore today.
Yeah, and then you binge and you eat all those donuts, and you add more weight, you add more damage to your body, add more inflammation, and then you make it that much harder when you start it. It's not like you just start it and it goes away. Oh my goodness.
What the heck? Why is it doing that?
I don't know. I gotta get a new camera. It only does it when there's two people. Hello? Hello? Come on. It just wants me in the shot. Get out of the shot. There we go. We're back.
Why is it doing that?
Lead by example is the only way. That's another good advice for kids. That's what you should say. So, Alyssa, what should I do if my 16-year-old kid wants to do carnivore?
Oh, me? Like what? Like what would I say?
The parent should do carnivore and inspire the kid.
Yeah, definitely. Like if I saw dad wasn't doing it, but I saw some random person on YouTube doing it, it probably wouldn't inspire me as much as seeing it in real life happening.
Liz C. Question, Carrie, where did you hear about the Phoenix Protocol? I heard about the Phoenix Protocol from my sister, from another mister. Do you know who my sister is?
You have two.
No, it's a different one.
Oh.
Lauren Tucker, who we filmed for the documentary in the UK. She told me about this. Dr. Kiltz and I had a wonderful conversation, and Adam, and she was talking about how she did this dry fast. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know that much. I have wet fasted. Do you know what that means?
Just water.
Just water. I have water fasted multiple times throughout my life. And then the last one I did was with Jeff for 8 days. The thought of doing a dry fast seems insane to me, because in my head, I'm like, oh, you got to drink water. If you don't drink water in 3 days, you're going to die. A lot of misinformation there. And so I bought the book, and I devoured that book. I read through the whole thing, and I'm like, I'm going to try this. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing a dry fast, no water. And one of the reasons, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not doing it for any medical reason. I feel wonderful on carnivore, but every time I have fasted, including that last 8-day fast, I felt so good. Like, I felt incredible after doing that fast. And so I want to do it for that reason. I also want to do it because I think it's ancestrally appropriate. I think throughout history, we would have done that. It's natural. Just because I have the means to eat food every single day, like taking a couple days off, it's amazing what'll happen. And there's a lot of evidence with dry fasting. There's some Russian doctors that did like thousands of case studies on this with dry fasting, that you have say parasites or bacteria in your gut. And some of it, if you're doing a wet fast, it'll remain in there. But if you do a dry fast and don't put any water in there, some of that will go away. And it could be like a major reset, where maybe you're having these parasites, this bacteria, this stuff in your stomach for years and years and years, even though you're eating carnivore, and maybe it'll go away. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. We'll just see. But yeah, I feel good doing it. So I'll do some YouTube videos on it, of course, and share some of that. Magnet, dry fasting is risky. Don't do it more than 24 hours. I would need some evidence to tell me not to do it for 24 hours. I just read an entire book that had thousands of people doing this over decades in a hospital setting and with incredible results. So I'm relying on that information.
Are you going to do the giveaway?
Alyssa wants to do the giveaway.
I'm excited for it. Oh.
$10 super chat from Adam. I'll start the new camera fund for you, bro. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate that. I love this camera too. It's just when there's two people on it, it does that. Otherwise, it's got a really nice.
It's trying to focus on both of us, so
yeah,
it's not working.
It's got a good autofocus when there's one person. Shout out Adam Carnivore today. Adam is amazing. Adam was on with Dr. Kiltz the other day. If you guys didn't check that out, go check it out. Adam at Carnivore today, and every Thursday we're doing our live Q&A. So make sure to come back for that. Jeffrey just joined Healing Humanity. Discount code failed. No worries. It's the best cause. Thank you for your passion. You're saving lives. Really? Use HH24. Let me know. HH24 should be working. If it's not, Adam's on here right now. Adam, did you hear that? HH24 may be having some issues because that's the only code I've been promoting. All right, you guys ready to win a Redmond Salt Shaker? Let me get this thing ready here. Alyssa, did you? What is your favorite movie?
Top Gun Maverick. Easy.
How many times have you watched Top Gun Maverick now? It's beginning to become a
times.
problem.
I was watching it last night. About 13 times I've watched it.
Oh, okay. We're drawing for the salt shaker right now while Alyssa's talking about her favorite movie. Be me. David, at David, won the Redmond's Salt Shaker. At David, if you go to healinghumanity.movie/giveaway, you can claim your Redmond Salt Shaker and we'll ship it out to you. If you live outside of the 48 United States, we're going to give you a membership to Healing Humanity instead, because we've had a couple UK people win, and it's like $150 to send them a little salt shaker or something ridiculous like that. So should we do one more giveaway?
Yes.
We're going to do one more giveaway for healinghumanity.life membership. We do like 5 Zoom calls, 6 Zoom calls a week. There's courses. It's a whole social media. It's amazing. And especially if you're just starting carnivore, which I know a lot of you are, and you need a little bit more community, Zoom calls are great. You don't have to talk if you don't want to, or you can come on and talk. You can ask questions. Dr. Baker's going to be on the Zoom call. Dr. Kiltz is going to be on one of the Zoom calls. So #life. Post that in the comments with any question that you may have. And I got to switch this to that. All right, let's see what other questions we have for Alyssa. Rocket Scientist said, my kids are in their 20s, but they think I'm crazy. It's really sad. Do you think I'm crazy, Alyssa?
No.
A little bit.
First, yeah, when you said you're just gonna eat meat, I was like, what the heck is he doing?
You were like, he's finally lost it.
Yeah, I was like, what? Because I never heard of that. Then you said you saw some random guy on YouTube doing it and you want to try it out.
Maybe it was the 60 Dunkin' Donuts we ate.
Probably.
They're like, I gotta do something crazy.
Do something about this.
Hooligan Fish, don't say that. Carrie's having Topo Chico withdrawals. You are not far off. I'm being dramatic. I'm not. It's not withdrawals, but every time I do a live stream, I pop one open right here. So I'm like having the need to turn around. I'm gonna save a couple Topo Chicos. Bill Knott is in the building.
Like 40 minutes ago.
40. Oh, I'm so far behind. Okay, I gotta hurry. Shout out Bill Knott. If you guys, 310 people are here right now. If you're not watching Bill Knott, shame on you. Shame on you. No, I'm just joking, but you're missing out. Bill's channel is incredible. He's almost down 300 pounds. That's crazy. 300 pounds. I started at 262.
He lost you.
He lost an entire carry and then like 38 more pounds. He's eliminated me from the planet. He lost one obese 43-year-old. I'm 44 now, right?
I don't know.
I think I was 43 when I started. Katie, Emma, and Alyssa are the triplets. Is that right? And Lily's the +1, not a triplet. Is Katie or Lily the third triplet?
Katie.
Lily's not a triplet. Lily was all by herself. Who's the oldest? You?
Yes.
Alyssa, Katie, Emma. Emma's the youngest. Emma's the youngest by a minute. How do you feel about the fact that when you were born, mom didn't get to see you for 3 days? I had to walk into a room. There was 3 incubators. There was 18 staff, doctors, nurses, checking you because you guys were born at like 2 pounds each. And I had to pick one of you to meet for the first time.
Who did you pick?
What do you think?
Emma.
Yeah. No, I honestly don't remember. I always tell you guys that. I have no recollection.
That's so weird. Mom
Do you
was
feel
so
bad for
mad.
me? That was the craziest moment of my life. I walk into a room and there's 16 people, 3 pods, doctor, 6 on this one, 6 on this one, 6 on this one, doctor, nurse, because they were in the neonatal intensive care unit because
weren't we born out really early?
you were literally this big. I could hold you in my hand like this. Katie was under 2 pounds, I believe.
Yeah,
is that right?
I think she was. Yeah.
She was under 2 pounds. Katie had to stay extra. You guys left earlier, you and Emma. Do you think you guys have a little bit of a closer bond because of that?
No, we were talking about the other day. Me, Katie, and Emma were all talking in the living room, and Katie was like, "Me and Emma have been more together than we have with you, Alyssa, because like they went to Arizona, I think, and they went to the other place.
They went to Austin.
And then Katie was like, "No, because you stayed. No, because I was in the hospital a lot, like for like 2 months without you guys, and we just made it all so funny. It was just I don't know."
What's your earliest memory?
Petting Colby. That's actually the last thing I remember.
Kobe was our dog, a golden retriever. You guys were crazy when you were little. Do you feel bad for me now?
I don't care.
What if you have triplets someday?
You should have been carnivore then. It would
Oh
be so
my
much easier.
goodness, could you imagine? I was so tired. It was literally change diaper, feed, burp, 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 repeat, over and over and over again. Did you buy the Smart Scale on Amazon? What is the name brand? I need that. Alyssa is beautiful. Yes, the Smart Scale we have is a Renfo.
Oh, really? You know the name?
I know everything. I'm carnivore.
Sorry.
I think it's Renfo. It's probably not it. RENPHO. I think that's what it is. And it was purchased on Amazon. And I think we got the $60 one, but I think there's a $30 one on there too. So you've been using that to track, but do you track like muscle?
Yeah, it tracks everything.
So if you just look at your weight, sometimes it's like no progress, but then you look, you're like, oh no, I'm going to the gym. I'm gaining muscle. I'm losing fat. It shows a 0. My point is a lot of people use just a weight scale and it messes them up because they're like, I'm stalled for 3 weeks. But the reality is maybe you're gaining muscle for 3 weeks and gaining bone density and changing body composition while you're losing fat. And that shows a big 0. So I'm a big advocate for these smart scales, or like Alyssa said, just measure.
Okay, but I gotta go now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, me and my
question. Have you noticed less dry skin?
Actually, no. That's the only thing that I'm really bad with. I put Emma's beef towel on my nose every day because my nose gets super like crusty, and my forehead does too. But it goes away from Emma's beef towel.
Hooligan Fish has a great question for you. I have a 10 and 13-year-old. Luckily, it's easy to dictate what they eat because of their age. They do see the benefits. But Alyssa, what tips would you give to younger kids to stick with it?
Probably to like think about their future and how they're gonna feel about their future, because like didn't you used to work in a factory and you thought it was the worst thing like ever?
A warehouse, yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, if your kids did that when they were older, would you still want them to be carnivore? Like, you see where I'm going? Like, if they had a job like that, you'd want them to be carnivore so they can have more energy because of that. And because when they're older, they won't get health issues.
Yeah. The other tips I would give them, kind of along Alyssa's lines, is just keep telling them the truth. Like, listen, if you eat this, this is what's going to happen. If you eat this, this is what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Kids are smart. If you just say, just do this and eat this, it's going to be harder. But if you keep telling them the truth. From wrong. Renfro. Yeah, that's what it is. Renfro. But I think it's PHO. And they have a smart tape measure. We were talking about that the other day too. That's good. That smart tape measure is pretty cool. Am I going the wrong way?
You're going up.
Should I go down?
You've been going
my gosh.
the whole time.
I'm so fatigued from this dry fast. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going the wrong way. I'm like, I thought we answered all of these already. All right, just a couple more.
Okay, I'll do 3 more. Just 3's my favorite number.
24.
I gotta help
do
Haley clean up too.
24. 24 is my favorite number. You guys are gonna clean the whole thing. I'm gonna go up there and just go because
Sorry, I keep kicking the thing.
kicks the thing and the screen goes off.
I keep kicking it. I'll do 3 more.
I'm gonna go right to the bottom. So anyone that's just joining right now, there's 308 people. Hashtag life for a chance to win 30 days at Healing Humanity.
Oh wait, there's a good question. It said, who's your favorite doctor? I saw that.
Who's your favorite doctor?
Definitely Dr. Kiltz, 100%. I met him and he was just the best soul you could ever meet. He was just so nice.
Dr. Hampton.
Yeah, him too.
You met Dr. Hampton
yeah,
too.
he was the first doctor.
They're all great.
They're all, of course.
Dr. Kiltz is crazy next level though. I want to be like Dr. Kiltz when I grow up. I want to be like Dr. Kiltz right now. Dr. Kiltz is living on another. He's up here. He's living just optimal, limitless. Question, is it 30 or 60 days of lying to recover from most ailments? I'll put all my efforts in that now. 60 days is ideal. I would commit to 60 days, especially if you have a lot of ailments, as you said, health issues. Some people can't wrap their brain around that. So a lot of people just say, give it 30 days, because what happens is most people that give it 30 days, they feel so good that they'll end up continuing to 60 anyway. But if you can wrap your brain around 60 days, do 60 days. Hey, it's Lori from Carnivore Cheer. Say hi to Lori.
Hi.
Alyssa, do you participate in any sports? Cranky Carnivore Cutler.
No, but I used to do basketball and volleyball all the time. I just don't do it anymore because I'm online.
Now you just go to the gym.
Yeah. Were the triplets conceived naturally?
Tina Andre, were the triplets conceived naturally? Yes, they were. And it was a big shock and it was a big surprise, and they do not run in our family. And Jen found out at 5 months at the ultrasound when the ultrasound tech said, uh-oh, there's another one. And then the ultrasound tech said, there's 4. Oh, no, it's just the 3.
Don't think they should have a job.
And that was when my mental health issues started. Funny, but not funny. Probably a little bit of truth to that. Kara Manning said HH24 code did work. Thank you for that. Did you lose any friends doing carnivore?
Last question. And no, I didn't. None of my friends really know about carnivore because I'm online. I don't see them as much as I used to, so I don't really eat in front of them. But yeah.
Last question. Can you tell us about your first week on carnivore?
Okay. I don't really remember it because it was a really, 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 really long time ago. But my first week, it was definitely hard. But since I did keto and then went to carnivore, it definitely helped. Instead of just switching from the standard American diet to just meat.
What are you going to be eating today?
I'm actually really excited to go home because I'm going to make, I think we have a steak that I'm excited to make. Do we? I think we have it's a sirloin, I think.
Sirloin.
If not, I'm just going to make, I don't know what there is. I'm probably going to, I don't know. Don't you have the beef stew?
Yes, there's beef stew cooking at home right now that Lily started.
I'll eat that.
All right.
Okay, well, it was nice talking to everybody. I'm probably going to do one of these again in like a month.
So you and Lily are going to go upstairs and clean the movie theater.
I think the movie's ending right now.
The movie's wrapping up, and then I'm going to come up there because I'm so fatigued from this fast, and everything's going to be done. And the car will be warmed up.
Yeah, we got it.
And you can use like a little walker to get out to the car.
We'll lift you up and carry you up the stairs.
Okay, good job, Alyssa. Thank you.
Bye,
Daniel, I've done 48-hour dry fast with no problem before. If you're not stranded in the desert, you're fine. Thank you for that. Appreciate the encouragement. And also, by the way, I'm not like a crazy person. If I do this fast and I get to day 2 and I'm feeling off or weird, I'm just going to go back to eating carnivore. So I'm not worried about it. All right, I'm going to get to a couple more of these questions. Hashtag life to win a free membership, healinghumanity.life. I'm excited. We're going to Arizona. Inspiring Carnivore Stories meetup in 6 days from today. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. Anyone's going to be in the Arizona area? Bradley Garrett, thank you for your encouragement to eat clean. I'm on day 4 of carnivore. I was going to wait till January 1st, but then I heard you talk about it. Good job, Bradley. You're not one of the, I'm going to wait till January 1st and binge. You're doing it 4 days in. How are you feeling, Bradley? I hope you're feeling well. And you're welcome for the encouragement to eat clean. I think that is the best advice I can give someone like yourself who is saying, I'm going to do carnivore for 30 days. Then do it for 30 days, 100% clean, no sugars, no seed oils, no diet sodas, no cheat days. You're going to feel so much better and you're going to get over that sugar addiction and you're never going to look back. So many people that I hear that the overwhelming majority of people do great on carnivore, but the ones that do fail, it's almost always because of that. They're trying to moderate that sugar addiction. They keep their diet soda in kind of thing. Question, any suggestions on finding a carnivore doctor? My long transition and under eating is causing, I believe, muscle loss and oxalate dumping. I have no doctor or insurance for more than a decade. Some of these doctors do like telemedicine. And here's a suggestion. I don't have all of the details yet, but on Thursday, which is in 4 days from now, I will be interviewing on my channel for the third time or maybe fourth time, the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Sean Baker, who is behind Rivero, and they're doing things a lot differently. So Rivero might actually be an option for you, Tony. I'm not sure all of the details how Rivero works or if they're accepting new patients yet. I think they might be, but those are questions I'm going to ask Dr. Baker on Thursday. And so stay tuned for that one. Otherwise, if you're in the Chicago area, I think Dr. Hampton, if you got Dr. Hampton as a doctor, you just won the lottery, by the way. I think Dr. Hampton is taking patients. I've heard of a couple people that go to see him in Chicago. I live 3 hours from Chicago, and in a heartbeat, I would drive the 3 hours to have Dr. Hampton as my doctor versus my doctor that's a half an hour away that doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. All right, let's see what other questions we have here. Carrie, you seem grouchy with your daughter today. I am not grouchy at all. I am a little off just because I'm doing this dry fast, but I should probably explain. Alyssa and I, we have interesting senses of humor, and we just joke and give each other a hard time. And sometimes on camera, people see that as like I'm grouchy or something. Alyssa, I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful. Alyssa is the joker of the family, and we're constantly giving each other a hard time. Emma is the compassionate one in the family, the big heart. Katie is the smart one in the family, and Lily is the gangster. she's a little gangster. They all have their own personalities, but I probably should have said that earlier. I don't know if you caught the last one, Colette, where Alyssa and I were on. We were joking around a little bit more. Has your sleep improved at all? Mine has slowly gotten better. My sleep improvements on carnivore were one of the reasons I got so passionate about it. My sleep improved really quickly on carnivore. I stopped snoring right away and focus. I stopped snoring right away on carnivore. And I remember I talked about this in a video, waking up and feeling like my legs were dead, like paralyzed. I said, I feel like a kid on Saturday morning when you sleep until noon and you roll out of bed and you hope there's still some cartoons left on TV and your legs are just completely relaxed and calm. I don't know if it was restless leg syndrome or standard American tossing and turning all night, but I never slept better on carnivore. And the things I've noticed later, now that I'm 650 days into carnivore, is if I get a decent amount of fat before bed. I've heard some people talk about eating butter before bed. It improves the sleep as well. There's a correlation, I think, between your fat consumption and your sleep. So consider that if anyone there is having some issues sleeping. Victoria, do you eat your own pasture chickens at homestead, or do you become too attached to your eggs laying eggs? We do eat our own chicken eggs. But we are horrible homesteaders, and our chickens free range, which is great. They eat all the insects. They eat all the natural stuff they should. Their eggs are incredible. Like, you put one of my chicken eggs against even the most expensive store-bought egg, and it's a world of difference. It's golden yellow. They're delicious. But because they free range and we're bad homesteaders, they lay eggs all over the yard. And every time it's an Easter egg hunt, and we go through so many eggs that we just can't keep up. In the summertime, I was purchasing eggs for a while from my neighbor, and they got a bunch of chickens. They're 6th-generation farmers, but otherwise, we often end up getting them from the grocery store to supplement because we're just not doing enough. That was one of my big goals that I never got around to. Was I want to be self-sustainable on our homestead in terms of having enough chicken laying eggs to feed my entire family, so I don't ever have to buy one from the store. That should be my goal for 2025. Why are some people so convinced vegan or vegetarian is best for them? They are so hard to convince. They are convinced because, unfortunately, our greedy, corrupt system is optimized for profits. And if you push people towards vegan, vegetarianism, big food makes a ton of money. It sounds weird, and it sounds like a roundabout way of saying it, but here's an example. If you demonize meat, which is what all these studies do, that are all complete garbage science studies, these studies that say, how much meat did you eat 6 months ago? And then someone says, I ate meat 3 times a week. And then they're like, oh, that causes heart disease. And these people are eating meat from McDonald's. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. That is what these studies do. Oh, you ate a lot of meat. Someone from McDonald's would be considered eating a lot of meat. So we're going to blame the meat for heart disease when someone's eating meat from McDonald's. And by the way, the meat from McDonald's is a little patty this big. It's a wafer of meat surrounded by unnatural ketchup that's full of sugar, high fructose corn syrup, ingredients we can't pronounce, cheese that's not even real cheese on top of it, a bun that's got all sorts of seed oils and garbage in it, a pound of French fries, a gallon of Coke next to it, and then an ice cream that doesn't have there's no cream in it. It's not even ice cream. All of that stuff gets the pass, and they blame it on the little puck of the burger. Those are the science and the studies that are pushing people away from meat. My point being, if you want to sell a ton of food, processed food, 60,000 products in the grocery store, you demonize meat. And you elevate veganism and vegetarianism. Because what happens? Someone goes and eats a salad. They're eating the standard American diet. Oh, I better eat good. Salad's so good for you. They eat salad for 3 days, and they're starving and they're ravenous. They end up getting some carbs. They end up getting a little bit of sugar, carbs, right? And then they try to moderate that, and they can't moderate it. And what do they end up doing? They end up eating a whole bunch of junk food. Long story short, big food and big pharma is raking in trillions and trillions of dollars on your health and the sickness of you and the sickness of your children. And every message you get from social media, from the news, is vegan, 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 vegetarianism is best for you. And I'm not arguing, like, being a vegetarian is a million times better than being on the standard American diet. But in my opinion, being carnivore is a million times better than both of those. But yeah, if you eat vegetarian and you get rid of standard American diet and all the junk food, you're going to be doing a heck of a lot better. But you do carnivore, you're going to be feeling even better. Because the problem with vegetables, as I've said before, is there's a lot of problems with them. They are a lot more compromised than people realize. Vegetables with glyphosate and pesticides all over them. They're nutrient deficient. All right, we're going to do a drawing now for Healing Humanity, #life, healinghumanity.life membership site. So let me see. Let me get this little tool ready so we can do the random drawing. #life. Here we go. Boom. Someone is about to win 30 days free on healinghumanity.life. Thomas Pruitt. Congratulations, Thomas Pruitt. You just won 30 days, healinghumanity.life. If you go to the link that I'm just about to paste in the description, healinghumanity.movie/giveaway, We'll get you hooked up with your free 30 days on the membership site. And if you didn't win, but you still want to become a member, we had a lot of members join lately. I'm looking forward to our upcoming Zoom calls that we're having. Just visit healinghumanity.life and use promo code HH24. Welshie, question, why do people like to eat grass-fed beef if the multiple stomachs take out the toxins? Because the nutrient profile of the meat changes if the cow is eating its natural diet of grass. There's a different ratio of omegas in the meat versus if the cow is eating its unnatural diet, grains. And so in terms of like inflammation and omegas and things like that, it's a different profile for grass versus grain. In a perfect world, in my opinion, both of them are wonderful. I eat a ton of grain-fed beef. I like the taste of it. It's a million times better than other things, but grass is natural. A cow grazing in a field would naturally eat grass, and that's my ultimate rule of thumb for everything in this carnivore space. What is natural? What is natural for humans to eat? What is natural for a cow to eat? What is natural for a chicken to eat? And it's natural for a chicken to eat grass, and it's one of the most natural, healthy things you can eat. So, hey, it's my mom. Carrie, no Packer game today. No, I am at the movie theater, but I'm gonna watch it. So don't tell me. I'm gonna watch it when I get home. I just don't have enough time to watch the whole Packer game like I used to. So what I've been doing lately is I watch it on YouTube. There's a little power tip for anyone watching. They replay all of the NFL games on YouTube after the fact, about a 10 to 15 minute version with no interruptions, no commercials, no pausing in between plays. It's just full 15 minutes of action. So I'll be watching that later when I get home. Thomas, Carrie, all your daughters seem to be very smart. Oh, thank you for that. They have their moments. I joke around with the girls. I'm very proud of the girls. At 17, oh my God, I said this to Jen the other day. I'm like, they're doing pretty darn good. I don't even want to remember. By the time I was 17, oh, my mom's on here too. I got to be careful. Mom, remember? By the time I was 17, I'd run away from home a couple times. I once ran away from home and lived in a tent for 3 days by some railroad tracks. And that was at age 15. Yeah, the things I was doing at their age, the girls are very smart and they've got good hearts and they're doing a really good job. And I'm just overjoyed that they're all of them, all four of them are eating a proper human diet. Marilda, depression, persistent feelings of sadness, worthlessness, and lack of interest. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, just catching up on the comments here. Well, she asked, do you eat fish? Very rarely. From time to time, my daughter Lily would make up some salmon. When I was in Alaska, I had some fish, some salmon that Bill got me, his brother. Oh my goodness. Fresh out of the river, never frozen, Alaskan salmon. It was the best fish I've ever eaten in my entire life. Without a doubt, it wasn't even close. It was one of the best meals, right up there. Top 10 for sure. Top 5 probably. It was incredible. But otherwise, I don't too much. But I just feel better on beef, so I mostly stick to ruminant animals and beef. How much water do you put in the pressure cooker with the meat? Oh, I think that depends on your pressure cooker. They normally have a line on there. When I do it in the slow cooker, here's a little tip. I put the meat in like this high, and I put the water about halfway to maybe 2/3 of the way up, and I leave some of the meat out, and it gets like this little crust around it. When you let it go overnight, low and slow, and it's really good. I don't know. I like the taste of it. I like the taste. I like the texture doing it that way. You could just completely submerge it in water, and then you're basically boiling the meat, and it's got a different texture. But I like doing it that way, like halfway up. All right, so Thank you all so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I think we got most of the questions. Appreciate the super chats. Thank you, Alyssa, for coming on and sharing her story, holding up the live stream while I'm doing this dry fast right now. And if anyone's interested in joining the membership site, healinghumanity.life, promo code HH24 in the description below. If you want to meet up, we're doing the meetup in Arizona in 6 days from now. Link in the description for all of our meetups: Arizona, Chicago, possibly Washington, possibly Montana, possibly Nevada. We're going to be hitting all of these places, so check back there soon. And if you have a big contingent of carnivores in your city, reach out to us and let me know, and maybe we can do a meetup by you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Have a good day. Beep.